With TrueCar, find out what other people in your area paid for the same car you're looking for. Real pricing, actual inventory. New or used, doesn't matter. Go to TrueCar. Oh, boy, here comes the instigator, my friend Rob Parker, longtime columnist. So,
What's up?
I wanted to say something positive about Kobe, because my feeling with you and Kobe, because you're a Pistons guy, is you're gonna hammer Kobe. Can you acknowledge that he was wildly entertaining?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not an anti-Kobe guy. I just think that sometimes people inflate where he is and how he fits in. And that's it. It's not that he's not a great player.
Did you go last night?
I was there in the building.
What was it like?
It was a dud, a straight-up dud. It really was. I don't know how it came across on television, but I expected the crowd to be bigger. The loudest the crowd was when they got to halftime. And then people knew that the ceremony was coming, and people got loud.
Can I throw this at you, Rob? There is something to be said, and all human beings are like this, is that there are certain people that we relate to. I used to work with Chris Berman. Chris Berman, when you watched him, looked like you could walk up to Chris Berman, hug him, and have a beer with him. That was Chris Berman had. You felt like you could go have a beer with Chris Berman. Magic Johnson, when I watch Magic, I've met Magic 10 times. I saw him a month ago. Comes up and gives me a hug.
Right. That's Magic.
Kobe is harder to love. He doesn't allow you in. He's always been, by the way, in L.A. He lives down in Orange County. He helicopters in and helicopters out. Even last night, Rob, he left before it was over.
Right, before the game was over.
The Kobe, Magic is so huggable and so much about community. You want to give him a hug. Certain people in our society, Roger Goodell, he doesn't look like a guy you can walk up and hug. It's not a criticism. It's a reality. Kobe's harder to love. Is that part of it?
I agree with that. That's an honest take on Kobe, but still outside the building with the people wearing the 8 and 24 jerseys, it was in mass. It was an unbelievable crowd outside.
Yeah.
It was loud. It was ruckus. So I thought, wow, this is going to be something special. I really did, and I was disappointed. And those things can sometimes be hokey and cheesy, and I get it. You know what I mean, the jersey retirement and putting it up in the rafters. But I was just a little disappointed because I thought there would be more. Maybe people, the real fans, sold the tickets. You know what I mean, to make money.
You know what? Even with Shaq and Kobe, Christine, where do you fall in this? Shaq was huggable. If Shaq had that night last night, Shaq could be goofy.
Yes.
And Kobe came out, he looks like a CEO. He's very austere. He's not overly emotional. He touches his heart. This is who he is. And by the way, this is authentically who Kobe is.
There's no doubt. He was him. I didn't want him to be anything different. He was understated. This is Kobe.
This is who he is.
I expect 100%. So I didn't want him to be different. I just thought the crowd would have been different, or there would have been some moments where they really got excited from the things that Kobe said. They just didn't happen and didn't come. But the other thing, too, is when all of the Kobe fans have him in the list, he's number 2 and he's top 5 and stuff like that. I just think that's the part where people get lost in that. First of all, those 3 straight championships, Shaq was the most dominating player in the league. Kobe was Robin. He was not Batman.
That's true, yes.
Okay?
He was a damn good Robin.
He was Robin. And the other thing, too, people forget when you talk about, everybody says Kobe was the ultimate competitor, one of the greatest competitors of all time.
Certainly.
He only wanted to win. But what happened in 2006 in that series against Phoenix? How come people give him a pass on that? Do you remember? When he quit. No. He didn't kind of quit. Colin, he quit.
He did.
He refused to shoot the ball in the second half. If you remember that series, they were up 3-1. It was Kobe, Smush Parker, and the Cosby Kids. That was the team that he had. Okay? They were up 3-1 against the Suns.
Yeah.
And then they started falling behind. Kobe scores 50 points in Game 6 on 35 shots. He's roundly criticized
for shooting too much.
So you know what? He comes out in Game 7.
Never shoot.
And decides, I'm not going to shoot. He shot 3 times in the second half in a 31-point blowout in a Game 7.
Yeah.
That's inexcusable for a player of Kobe's caliber.
It wasn't his greatest moment.
Was a bad moment.
But what if I had a bad segment? Would you hold it against me? What if I had a segment I didn't try?
If you came out and didn't talk on a radio show? Now
You
I would
get
say
fired.
Colin, right? That would be quitting, Colin.
Like I'm working over here with Smush Parker.
Right, and the Cosby kids.
Okay, don't go anywhere. We haven't even got to the good stuff yet. He's Rob Parker. Stick around. He's coming up next, too. Buying tickets to sports and concerts is complicated, but there's a better, easier